Hey there! I don't have an uncle working at Hoyo, but I have a sneaking suspicion that whoever designed Hyacine did some serious copying pasting. Let me just put it this way, she is the casteress, what Lingsha is the Firefly. They are just reusing the script. Anyways, if you're still here, let's take a closer look at Hyacine's beta kit, her skills, playstyle, potential issues, and how she fits with certain characters and team comps. Overall, is she worth pulling? Hyacine is a support/healer who summons what is essentially a magical little pony to help heal and do damage. She is the textbook definition of I am a healer, but with that said, let's break down her kit. First is her basic attack. Nothing fancy here, just a standard single target wind attack. Next is her skill. She summons her unicorn and heals our allies, including any active memo sprites. Then, she heals her little pony separately. Long story short, her skill summons the unicorn and heals the whole team. Next up, her talent. Every time Hyacine or the unicorn heals, the unicorn gains a damage buff that stacks up to 3 times. Next, her ult. She summons the unicorn and heals the whole team. Then she enters the after rain state, which lasts for 3 turns. While in this state, she will increase all allies max HP. So in short, her ult does the following: summon, full team heal, and max HP buff. Finally, for her 3 main traces. Trace number 1, Cleanse. It grants effect resist to Hyacine, and every time she uses her skill or ult, she removes 1 debuff from all allies. This is basically an AoE cleanse. Trace number 2, stat boost and extra healing. Both Hyacine and her unicorn get 100% crit rates. If certain conditions are met, they also gain a bonus to outgoing healing. And finally, trace number 3, max HP plus extra healing. If Hyacine's speed passes a specific threshold, she and her unicorn gain max HP. On top of that, every 1 extra point of speed gives them 1% more of outgoing healing. So the faster she is, the more she heals. That pretty much covers Hyacine's part of the kit. Let's talk about her unicorn. Like most remembrance summons, the unicorn's talent reads like a light novel, but we can break it down into 3 simple parts. Number 1, when it enters the field, it regenerates energy for Hyacine. Number 2, when it leaves the field, it advances Hyacine's action. Number 3, while it's on the field, the unicorn does not show up on the action bar. That said, it can still take damage. It can still lose HP. While it's active, whenever an ally takes damage, the unicorn will consume a small portion of its HP to heal that ally. Now, how does the unicorn actually attack? It only uses its skill when Hyacine uses an ability during her after rain state, which if you recall from earlier, she gets into the state after using her ult. When the skill is used, the unicorn will deal damage to all enemy based on the total healing done by both Hyacine and the unicorn up to that point. There's a soft constraint to this, probably to keep it from one punching everything, but generally speaking, more healing equals more damage. So what does all of this really mean for her playstyle? Remembrance characters are usually known for being complex and overly wordy, but Hyacine, she is the complete opposite. Her entire playstyle revolves around one thing: healing. We just need to remember that she heals like all the time. Teammates take damage, she heals. Use her skill, she heals. Use her ult, she heals. T1 wins world, she heals. Kool-Aid gets more HP in the next MLC update? You guessed it, she heals. The point is, she heals constantly, plus every time she does, her unicorn's damage potential goes up. If we want to maximize that healing output, here's what we can do. Number 1, take damage. There aren't many ways to make your team take more hits on purpose, so just avoid using preservation characters. It's not like Hoyo is releasing any new ones lately anyway. Also, don't be shy to pair her with HP draining teammates. In particular, Casterus has the highest HP drain in the game, so her synergy with Hyacine is practically made in heaven. Number 2. Spam skill and ult. Both of her abilities come with AoE healing, so using them frequently will ramp up the total healing done, which directly buffs the unicorn's damage. The only downside? SP management. With how fast we are probably going to build her, which is likely at least 200 speed, she will go through SP faster than Gordon Ramsay going through olive oil. Moving on, let's talk about who Hyacine pairs well with. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, her kit perfectly synergizes with characters who scale off of HP. The premium team will likely consist of Casterus, Tribby, Remembrance MC, and herself. The healing output and frequency from Hyacine will easily help supercharge Casterus' ult, allowing us to basically explode that dragon probably every time it comes out. Tribby acts as a walking damage buff, so all of her offensive boosts will enhance the unicorn's damage as a sub DPS. Also, this team is essentially unkillable even if we try to self-sabotage. This is mainly because of all the HP buffs that we can just stack on top of themselves. A small sample of that is that both Tribby and Hyacine provide a team-wide max HP boost, which is extremely valuable considering that the entire team scales off of HP. We can also switch out Remembrance MC for characters like Mighty or Blade, and run a double DPS comp with Hyacine as both the healer and a sub DPS. Since both Mighty and Casterus have HP drain, Hyacine's talents will get even more healing, which in turn boosts her unicorn's damage. And once again, with Tribby on the team, she is boosting the damage output of potentially 3 damage dealers all at once. Anyways, Hyacine can actually be the main character in her own team as long as you surround her with 3 solid support characters. With her speed, she is basically Barry Allen, so we can expect her to take a ton of actions per turn. And of course, don't forget the mantra, more healing means more damage. Just be sure she has enough SP to keep up. Tribby and Remembrance MC aren't particularly SP hungry, and there are plenty of SP-friendly supports to choose from, such as Pella, Ron May, and you can just randomly pick one from the many. There are just so many synergies to experiment with, and since Hyacine is a more flexible version of Lingsha, we can really get creative with her setups. Moving on, the question of the day, is Hyacine worth pulling? Well, as the Lingsha for HP drain teams, Hyacine finds herself in a similar spot to Lingsha. She is clearly designed to synergize with HP drain characters while also packing her own damage potential to help carry herself in less optimized team comps. Her damage comes from her healing, which is baked right into her kits. What I mean by that is that she doesn't rely on other characters to set up her own damage. We can just slot her into any team and her damage will come online because healing comes from her own kits. Once again, more healing, more damage. So is she worth pulling? It really comes down to necessity. If you're happy with the performance of your current healer, be it Gallagher, Lucha, or anyone else on your Casterus team, then Hyacine might not be an immediate priority. We could always wait for a rerun banner. Considering that the fake characters and Mr. Protagonist are likely coming in a few months, I doubt many of us will have Stellar Jades just lying around. At the end of the day, Hyacine is a healer who can also deal damage. She's not Huohuo, who is a support/healer hybrid. Hyacine is a healer and a killer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.